Now, when I see this problem, notice that in front of my parentheses, I only see a negative sign. We know what that means, though. That doesn't mean that we forgot to write the number out there. That means that the number is a what? The number is a 1. There should be a 1 right there in front of those parentheses. Now again, this time around, I'm going to do the problem one way. I'm going to do it the way I want it done now. So remember, not going to grab that plus sign and write it on my paper right now. I'm going to leave him alone. Divide your group into its 2 members. So the first member is 5x, so I draw my line right there after him. So what are my 2 members? 5x and positive 4. 5x and positive 4. And I know he's positive because I see that plus sign in front of it. So now we distribute. We do negative 1 times each member. Negative 1 times 5x. Negative 1 times 5 will give me negative 5. Reattach x. And then I will do negative 1 times positive 4. Negative 1 times positive 4 is negative 4. So because it's negative, I write minus 4. So on that second term, if he's positive, put plus in front of him. If he's negative, put minus. That's the biggest thing you got to remember here. All right, let's do 4 times x minus 8. 4 times x minus 8. Now, don't forget here when you see that x, what number is in front of him? You all know, positive 1. So that's actually 1x minus 8. I'm not going to grab that subtraction sign and write him down. That's the thing we're changing today. What are the members of your group? Well, the first member is 1x, so I'm going to draw my line after him. That makes the second member what? Negative 8. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're doing 4 times 1x. 4 times 1x. 4 times 1 is 4, so that's going to be 4x. And then on the second part, we're doing 4 times negative 8. 4 times negative 8, which is negative 32. So I write a minus because it's a negative 32. And notice every single time I get the answer that I want. I don't wind up with any double signs. I don't have to worry about the whole keep it, change it mess. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try a negative 6 times x plus 5. Let's try a negative 6 times x plus 5. So I'm going to pause here for just a minute and let you pause your video and try this one on your own. All right, let's see how you did. Now hopefully what you didn't do was grab this plus sign and write him down, because we're not doing that anymore. That's not the first step anymore. The first step is to divide up your group. So the first member of my group is 1x. I'm going to draw my line here after him. The second member of my group is what? Plus 5, positive 5. So my group members are 1x and positive 5. And notice again I'm saying positive 5 because of that plus sign right there. So we're going to multiply each member by negative 6. So negative 6 times 1x. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. Reattach x. And then negative 6 times positive 5. Negative 30. Negative 30. So we write minus 30 because it's negative 30. So negative 6x minus 30 should be your answer. Hope you did good on that. All right, let's try 9 times 3x plus 2. 9 times 3x plus 2. Our new way of doing these problems is to think about the members of our group. So the first member of your group is 3x. I'm going to draw a line right after him. So the second member of my group is this positive 2. And I know he's positive because I see that plus there with him that says, hey, I'm a positive. So 3x and positive 2 are my group members. I'm going to multiply each one of those by 9. So I'm doing 9 times 3x. 9 times 3x. 9 times 3 is 27. Reattach x. So you should start out with 27x. And then 9 times positive 2. Is that positive 18 or is that negative 18? 9 times positive 2 is positive 18. So I should write plus 18. Plus because he's positive. So 27x plus 18. All right, let's do one last one. One last one. And on this last one, what I want to do is, I think 7 times negative 4x plus 5. 7 times negative 4x plus 5. Pause your video for just a moment and try this one on your own. And when you've tried it, then turn the video back on to see the solution. See how you did. All right, let's check this out. Now, hopefully what you didn't do is write down a plus sign. Don't carry that sign down anymore. What are your group members? Negative 4x is your first group member. The second one is positive 5. So now let's multiply each of those group members by our 7. First, 7 times negative 4x. 7 times negative 4 is a negative 28. Reattach x. And then 7 times positive 5 is positive 35, so we should put plus 35 to indicate that that's positive. I fibbed. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to take that same problem right there and change that 7 to a negative 7. So let's do negative 7 times negative 4x plus 5. Now again here, if you want to, pause the video. Try this one on your own first. And then we'll check it. All right, so here we go. Let's look at our group members, because remember, now that's what we want to do. First group member is negative 4x. Second group member is positive 5. So we're going to multiply both of those group members by this negative 7. So first up, negative 7 times negative 4x. Negative 7 times negative 4 is 28. Reattach the x. Next up, negative 7 times positive 5. Negative 7 times positive 5 is negative 35. So I'm going to put minus to indicate that it's negative, and then put my 35. So to recap, still distributive is working the same way. So we haven't changed a thing. But what we're doing is changing the way we go about getting these answers. We are no longer grabbing the sign and writing it down here. What we're doing instead is dividing our group into the two members. So negative 4x, draw that line. And then this second one, the plus or minus sign that you have right here will tell you if that's a positive 5 or a negative 5. But you're still multiplying both members of the group by that outside number. And letting whether this second part turns out positive or turns out negative tell you what sign to put right here. Give these a try. If you have any questions whatsoever, like I said, I know this is tough. The thing that I think makes it tough is the fact that it's changing the way you've done something now for several years. When you get used to it, what I can tell you is, I think you'll like it. But it may feel a little uncomfortable at first, and that's okay. That's okay. But what I need you to do is, if you are struggling with it, to let me know. And like I said, we can set up a Zoom call one-on-one at a time that's good for you so that I can face-to-face answer your questions and help. That's always an option, guys, if you're struggling, is to email me and say, hey, can we Zoom? And we certainly will. So give the problems that are assigned for today a try. And like I said, let me know if you have any questions. Y'all have a good day.